Hey everybody, it's me, Edward Jones, back with a new video. This is just a short review of the movie Sound of Freedom. Just real quick, I want to talk about this weather. I read a comment on the Columbia, South Carolina subreddit. Someone said that their father told them the only thing between hell and Columbia is a screen door. Man, this heat is crazy. Like I said, I've been keeping a cooler with an ice pack and some water with me at work and in the truck. It's going to be very unfortunate to have to go through a heat stroke because you're ill prepared to deal with the weather. So I encourage everybody to stay hydrated. Make sure you spend time in the shade. Cool yourself off. Don't overwork yourself because this heat is unrelenting. I think in Arizona, I think it was in Arizona I think it was maybe in Phoenix. They had I think it's been consistently like 119 degrees, somewhere around that. But in the comment section, leave if you experience a heat wave. Tell me what the temperature. Tell me what the average temperature has been in your area. Let's make kind of a little game out of it. see who's suffering through the hottest, this hot weather. But a few days ago on Sunday, my wife and I went to go see Sound of Freedom, and how she felt about it. I'll sum it up like this. She told me she doesn't want me picking movies out anymore because if she was gonna cry at a movie, she wanted to do it from the comfort of the home. We both loved the movie. It was very touching. She said, not just I saw her tearing up a bit, but she said the lady that sat next to her was also crying. It's a heavy movie, It's covering the topic of child trafficking, and it's starring Jim Caviezel. One of my favorite movies that he starred in was Highwaymen. That was an independent film, but it was pretty cool. It was a lot of crazy car action in that movie. But he did a good job playing Tim Ballard, the special agent who set up an operation, basically set up a sting operation to nail these child traffickers in Colombia. And it was the movie tells that tale. But it's funny thing is that really the star Jim Caviezel during the credits, he said that the real heroes in the story were the two children who have been trafficked, because they actually their love for one another helped each other be retrieved in this movie. And the movie's based off a true story, so obviously the things that happened in the movie that didn't happen in real life, but the sting operation that they set up was real. It was great. It was a great film. Just a little bit over 2 hours long, which I do like. I miss the days of seeing two hour long films. Everything has been recently. Well, I guess the past 10 years, things have been going down to like 90 minutes. But I do miss those 2 hour films. The movies has been a hot topic. I know there have been videos of people have talked about like sabotage that's been going on, whether theaters. Whether there was some conspiracy by AMC to keep people from watching the film, but more than likely it was some leftist employees who didn't like the nature of the film, who thought the movie was a QAnon conspiracy film. They wanted to disrupt people seeing the movie. So there were things like the ACs were being tampered with. People's tickets were getting refunded. I seen one video where people watched the entire film with the lights on, which they may not seem like much, but it really does change the experience of the film if all the lights are on. The movie being starting over from the beginning at a certain point. People pulling the fire alarm, and it is telling. It's telling when people are so sensitive about a film that's highlighting the topic of child trafficking. They don't want people to see it. There've been articles written to discredit the film, to discredit the actor Jim Caviezel. Some things he said in the past, or maybe involved in. They want to use that to discredit the movie. It's all a bunch of BS. The movie is great. I recommend you go see it. Anything that brings attention to the well-being of children, children being mistreated, children being sold into the slavery of different forms. Anything that highlight that brings to the forefront needs to be needs to be looked at, needs to be checked out, because that's very important. Because children of all ages are our most vulnerable members of society, and we should do all we can to protect them from the monsters of this world that want to do various evil things to harm them. So I think Sound of Freedom was a great film. I encourage people to go check it out. I hope to see more movies like that, and more movies that cover that topic. You know, and there've been some movies out that came out in the past that have covered topics like that. Sicario 2 touched on human smuggling. Rambo: Last Blood touched on sex trafficking and kidnapping, things like that. So I actually enjoy seeing movies tackle that topic, because I can't stand kidnapping. I think it's a very despicable crime. Same thing as home invasions, but when it comes to children, you know, I think a swift. I don't think there might not be enough millstones to take care of the people who are engaged in those kind of activities. If you know what I'm talking about when I say millstones, leave the reference in the comment section. But that's my video, just a short review of the film. Go out there and check it out. Any gripes, complaints, send me a PM, and I'll see what I can do to address it. Please like, share, and subscribe to the video. If you want to help out with the channel, go to my YouTube homepage, look for the PayPal link and the Cash App link. All donation amounts are appreciated. That's my video. It's a short review of Sound of Freedom. I'm Edward Jones. You guys take care, be safe, stay strapped, and God bless.